This program is brought to you by the proud sponsors of the Kilimanjaro Premium Lager Marathon. Welcome to the 12th year of this magical marathon at the foothills of the great Mount Kilimanjaro. This truly is one of the greatest marathons you can ever run. We take you on a journey to witness some of the world's greatest athletes, smashing records and giving everything they have. Along the way, you will meet John Mad Dog Wallace, whose entry into the Guinness World Book of Records took him over 30 years to accomplish. This man's beard is surely some sort of record as well, and took him 19 years to grow. Star Wars makes a surprise visit, and we discover the man behind the mask. You will also meet some of the happiest people in the world. And we visit a secret training camp high on the slopes of the mystical Mount Kilimanjaro. You will witness over 6,000 runners from over 30 different countries, chasing records and just being a part of this great marathon. We will leave you feeling refreshed, excited, and inspired to join us in Moshi, Tanzania in 2015. This is a race that allows you to discover some of the secrets of running and the beauty of this East African country, the place, and its very unique people.
2014 Kilimanjaro Marathon. It's hard to improve on a race route like this, but I think we have. Some great changes to the route, some great new sponsors. There's really interesting water points on the route and more than enough to keep everybody happy. There's water in the stadium, medals, t-shirts, live music, the usual fantastic vibe we get at the Kili Marathon. I think runners are going to love this one.
Kilimanjaro Premium Lager welcomes you to Kilimanjaro Marathon 2014, 12th edition. It's going to be a great weekend. Come, run, join us, and have a lot of fun.
Tanzania is probably one of the most beautiful countries in the world to operate a marathon and also to operate all sorts of other things like safaris, mountain climbing. This country's got it all. National parks are fantastic. Serengeti and Ngorongoro, these are iconic national parks. I mean, everybody knows about the Serengeti migration. The southern part of the country, which is less developed, Selous Game Reserve, Ruaha National Park, Zanzibar, white sand beaches. Coming here for the marathon, most people stay on for a week or two and just enjoy the other activities and facilities Tanzania's got to offer. Sometimes people get so inspired about the Kili Marathon and the mountain, they combine the two and run the marathon, then climb the mountain. People deserve to come here, run a fantastic marathon, and then see all these other places while you're here. The one thing that actually impresses most people who come to Tanzania is the people. Incredibly good tribal culture, Maasai, Chaga, everybody. It's great, really. Lots of things to do, lots of things to see in a very nice, quiet, peaceful country.
Kilimanjaro is a really famous place, so I guess that's what attracted me.
I want to join the Seven Continents Club, so this is actually part of that goal.
I just retired from the United States Army, First Sergeant, Airborne. I'm out of Europe. Came to Africa 2 months ago to set up a life and start a business here. And now I'm about to go into the Kilimanjaro run. It'll be my first marathon, so I'm going to take it slow and go on a half marathon because I know it's going to hurt. Too many combat wounds.
Hugh Jones, previous winner of the London Marathon, is captivated by the area and the new race route.
What a place! It's the scenery is so green and so fruitful. Everything it looks beautiful. The first half of the marathon is fairly straightforward. It's nothing too testing, gentle slopes. But when the full marathon runners join the half marathon course for their second half, then that's when it starts to get tough. The marathon runners will be already at 20 kilometers plus when they start this big climb, the big climb that happens between 20 and 30 kilometers. And then, well, it's not all bad news because what you've climbed up, you drop down over the last 10k of the course. So the last 10k is quite refreshing, and it'll be one major burn up all the way down that slope.
Moshi is a really nice place to come to. It's quite close, it's not too far from Nairobi, and we love the medals. We love them.
Naiona vizuri sana kwa sababu inatukusanya watu kutoka sehemu mbalimbali, Arusha, Dar es Salaam, wapi tunakutanika, wote tunafurahi kukimbia, japokuwa sio wote tunashinda, lakini tunafurahi wote.
Registration at the Keys Hotel opens 2 days before the event and is an exciting time in the build-up to the race. A lot of charities use this opportunity to raise awareness for key issues in Tanzania.
We are happy to be here once again for Kilimanjaro Marathon, and this year we are supporting Amani children to run for 5 kilometers to run against child marriage and teenage pregnancy in Tanzania.
The Kilimanjaro Marathon provides a comfortable environment. So we're trying to bring the information about teenage pregnancy, the services for young people to them in a place where they are comfortable and they can ask the questions that they want to ask and they can receive the information without feeling judged or prejudiced against.
Molly's network is another fantastic initiative and helps raise funds to educate some of Tanzania's rural communities.
We're really excited to be here. I'm actually taking part in it myself, which I'm a little bit nervous about, but we're really excited to be able to come down and to have some runners here with us and to meet some people and tell people about what we do. So you'll see that I'm wearing a Molly's network running top. So really trying to get the name and awareness out there, which last year got some really great fundraising contacts after the event as well.
Marathon Day dawns, and as the runners prepare in their own way for the day ahead, an inspiring sight greets everyone. It's going to be a beautiful run.
15 minutes.
We're ready for this.
Go! Shangilia! Full marathon! Full marathon! Full marathon! Hiyo ni kilomita 42.
The first runner to break away was Kenyan David Twitoek, and within a kilometer of the start, he was way ahead and nothing was holding him back. If he kept that pace up, he would probably smash the world record. Joshua Kenyabas followed in second, and the rest of the pack kept them both in their sights as they headed down the road towards Dar es Salaam. Like a swarm of bees, the front group descend on the Kilimanjaro Laga water point. Taking the 10 at the 10-kilometer mark, the pack set off in pursuit of the front two. There is still a long way to go. The pack was led by David Ruto, a strong Kenyan runner who everyone knew was going to be the man to beat. The front two did their best to stay ahead, but the strong pack caught up to them quickly. At this stage, the Kenyans David Ruto and Maina Teori led the charge for a new course record. The route takes the runners back past the stadium and into a steady 10-kilometer climb with amazing views of Kilimanjaro. The tougher runners are keeping a strong pace. At the Tanzanite 1 water point, the new section of the route begins and takes the runners down a fast off-road section before exiting back onto the main road for the downhill back to the stadium. With 11 kilometers to the finish, Victor Siram was looking strong, with David Kimutai right on his heels. Maina Teuri and Ezekiel Kimutai were only 50 meters behind. It was going to be a race to the finish. Coming down the windy hill with 8 kilometers to go, Victor Siram took a gamble and sped off ahead of David Ruto in a move that he hoped would give him a mental edge over his Kenyan competitor. he opened up nearly a minute's lead with this burst of energy. But at the 38-kilometer mark, Victor realized his break was a little early and the more experienced David was catching fast. Maina Teuri was just behind in third, and the runner-up in both 2011 and 2013, Julius Kilimo, was chasing hard for the win. With 2 kilometers to go, David Ruto pulled ahead and looked to be uncatchable as he headed down towards the finish at the Makob Stadium. After a brilliant race, he finished in a time of 2:16:06, 3 minutes slower than his personal best. Runner-up for his third time in the Kili Marathon was Julius Kilimo, with Victor Siram in a very well-earned third place. In the women's full marathon, Kenyan runner and 2010 winner of this marathon, Frida Lotepa, was up near the front and keeping pace with another fast-looking Kenyan, Joan Rogic. Pacesetter Andreas Hascher kept her in motion and on track, always keeping the leader Joan in sight. As they headed up the long climb in the direction of Mount Kilimanjaro, Frida began to close the gap. At the 24-kilometer mark, Frida took control and surged forward. She passed Joan so quickly, we are not even sure that Joan realized she was now in second place. She had a mammoth task ahead of her if she was to keep up to Frida. Heading down the hill for the last 10 kilometers, Joan dropped further and further back as Frida just got quicker and quicker and almost sprinted through the finish line for an excellent time of 2:40:26, just 5 seconds slower than her 2010 time. Second place, Joan Rogic finished 4 minutes later. Kenyan Jacqueline Kitia finished third.